Hey, what's up everybody? This is a video from my buddy Tom on how to transfer finished beer from your carboy into your keg using CO2. This way we prevent exposure to oxygen and prevent oxidation, which can taste terrible. In this case we got a Pliny the Elder clone we brewed a couple weeks ago. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. First step, we want to sanitize our keg, get it all cleaned up, ready to go to put our beer in. Put in a couple gallons of sanitizer solution, in this case iodophor. We just need a gallon or two, enough to slosh around in there and get exposed to all the inside parts. Lock it up, splash a bit, flip it. Let that sit for a few minutes and get the tops and insides of the keg all sanitized. Then we'll flip it over and transfer it out. Get ready to accept our beer. Alright, so our sanitizer's been here for a few minutes. It's done its job. We're going to flip it back over. In this case we've got 10 gallons of beer, so 5 in each keg. We need to sanitize the second keg. Easiest way is to use CO2 to transfer sanitizer from here into here, and at the same time we can sanitize our transfer wand, which will be used to get the beer out of the carboy. So what we have is this rack and cane, CO2 gas inlet in, hose to a ball lock out. In this case that puts sanitizer at the bottom, also prevents splashing when we're transferring the beer. Let's go ahead and do that now. Flip this over. Let's go ahead and put some gas in. Turn our gas up a bit, a couple PSI. Put the racking cane inside the second keg. Now we'll connect this to the gas out, or beer out. And then there we can see sanitizer flowing. Okay, so we ran out of recording space on that last section, but no worries because we'll see that same process again as we transfer the sanitizer from this keg back into our sanitizer storage bucket. So next process on this, we've got all the sanitizer from here and here now. We've also sanitized our transfer wand. We'll go ahead and throw the lid on this guy, flip him over, let him sit for a minute or two, and do his thing, and we'll come back and go to the next step. Okay, so this keg sat for a few minutes. It's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and pump the sanitizer from here back into our storage bucket. We'll go ahead and flip him back right side up. Put our gas inlet here and our beer out here. We'll go ahead and move our gas from this keg to the second keg. And now we'll take our transfer wand. It's already sanitized, but we're going to continue to run more sanitizer through it. Hook this to our beer out. And put a little more gas pressure in. And nothing's happening. Helps if you turn the gas on. Alright, so now you can see we're pumping gas in, sanitizer's getting pumped out of the keg and back into our sanitizer storage bucket. We'll let that do its thing, and then we'll come back and talk about putting hops in here and getting ready to transfer the beer from the carboy into the keg. Alright, now we're ready for the next part of our process, which is to add our dry hops into our keg and begin transferring our beer into the keg for some aging. We'll go ahead and move the second keg out of the way here. And this is our primary keg, our first keg that we've done. And then pop that open. Throw in, we got 1.25 ounces of Columbus, 3/4 of Simcoe, 3/4 Centennial. That's the first round of dry hopping for our Pliny. Make sure our lid's back on tightly. We'll purge everything with a little bit of CO2 gas. So pop this on, turn some gas on. And what we're doing is putting CO2 in, and we're going to purge the oxygen out. So what oxygen was in there, it's being pushed up by the CO2 gas, and by releasing it, we're letting it out. That way we've got a completely oxygen-free environment. Our hops are in there ready to go. When we transfer the beer in, the beer never touches actual oxygen. It's completely CO2 environment the entire process. So that's probably good. We'll go ahead and pop that off. Now we'll take our transfer wand, get ready to insert this into our beer. Now this is what I like to do. There's a little bit of sanitizer left in here from the whole process. There's CO2 in here. We've purged it from oxygen. Now we're going to get ready to put this into our finished beer so we can start the transfer. When we first plug into this keg, the CO2 built up in here is going to come shooting out. If you got it into our beer, we're going to shoot oxygen into the beer, or CO2 into the beer in this case. But we also want to evacuate this little bit of sanitizer left. So what I like to do is just go ahead and connect my wand to this, and it's going to spit out a little bit, the last bit of sanitizer. That way we make sure that that's fully evacuated with all the sanitizers out, all of the oxygen's out of the keg, and we're ready to go. So we'll go ahead and pull our airlock off, insert this down into our keg, get as low as we can, get this set up. Now we'll take our gas, pop that off. Go ahead and turn the gas valve off for a sec, and we're going to connect this onto here. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and, you watching this? We're going to go ahead and turn our gas on, which will put gas into Carboy. It'll begin to pressurize and push beer out into here. This is a sealed, enclosed container, so the pressure will equalize and beer won't flow until we open this valve. So what we'll do is we'll turn the gas on. Now gas is flowing in here, beer's flowing out here. We'll open this to allow free flow. We also want to no splashing, so we want to, if there's any air bubbles in places you kind of pinch there, it gets things flowing smoothly. So now we've got a clear flow of beer from here into our keg. We'll let that go for a few minutes till all the beer gets transferred from here into the keg. You can see the beer is down here. We're just starting to see the top of the yeast cake. And we start to see, there we go, that's the end of it. Try and get as much as we can there. And then we'll go ahead and pull that. Perfect timing. You can see it kind of came out the top of the airlock, so we know we got a good full 5 gallons in there. It's all sitting on dry hops. We'll clean up this top a little bit, and we'll let it sit in dry hop for 3 to 5 days. During that time, I tend to like to take this and turn it, so as we put the beer in, the keg, the hops in the bag tend to float to the top. Knowing that, I'll flip the keg over, which will then force the bag of hops to come back up through the beer to sit at the top again. I'll do that a few times each day, and I find that gives the most exposure of the hops to all of the beer. So that's it, ready to go. This is going to sit and age, and hopefully in about 2 weeks we'll have some Pliny. Looking forward to it. Yeah, one more thing that I almost forgot. We've got it all in here. I like to purge with a little bit of extra CO2 and also do some high pressure to make sure the lid fully seals. So I'll go ahead and connect up my gas line again. And this time I'm going to go ahead and crank the pressure up pretty high, probably 20-30 psi. What do we got going on here? There we go. So I've got to be a little careful because there's beer right up at the top, but we're going to purge off any oxygen that may be left there. And that also ensures that we get a good seal around the top with our lid because so much gas pressure is pushing up against it. So that's pretty much it. We'll let it sit and drink up shortly.